back to Master Guitar, where you too can learn how to master guitar. There we go. Someone's using some kind of power tools off somewhere in the distance because I can hear it through my amplifier. So I guess one of the lessons I got to impart today is let's talk about the amp settings. I have recorded 4 times a video on how to get the settings, amp settings that you would like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this one off into a separate lesson from the one I'm recording right now. Alright, so I can take off the FDD. To me, the FDD, I don't remember what it stands for, but basically it just, you want that feel. It's a more full tone. And then I can take off overdrive too. So some of you may like that sound. I'm not a big fan of that. I want my overdrive too. Alright, so how do you know when you've got enough distortion? The gain's on 10. How do you know when your amp has the right amount of saturation in it? If it has an overdrive 2 switch, make sure that's on. It's that simple. If you have an FDD switch, if you have the Marshall MG series, I've introduced I don't know how many people this amplifier, and I've said this is, to me, the ultimate amplifier. I love this thing. And some people have said, actually, it's a great amplifier because it's the last real amplifier Marshall built. After that, they started making the modeling stuff. I'm not opposed to the modeling stuff. I wouldn't mind a modeling amp, but I would end up basically just using live one tone anyway. So let's talk about how much bass do you have in there. All right, so if we put the bass all the way up, it makes it a nice full sound, but I found that over the years playing live, that starts getting a little bit thumped out in the mix. So here's the trick. Bring it all the way off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep turning it up until the tone changes slightly. Right in the middle of that area where the tone changes slightly, that's where you put it. So on this amp, it's somewhere between 5.5 and 6. It's too hard for me not to just turn everything on 10. 'Cause for years, that's how I did it. So same thing with the middle. Take the middle out. That's somewhere around 4. Treble. It's actually between 3 and 4. Now the contour, I guess, is like a mid shift or a presence, but so I've got that right about on 4 again. So 4, 4.5, somewhere in there. And it's, all of this is subjective. And then recently I talked about how I like to set my Strat, is I like to leave my Strat Originally I was putting the treble on 8. Now I'm somewhere between 7 and 8. Hear how balanced that is? So I've got a nice balance. It's not too thin, it's not too spanky, it's not too clanky. All right, so these are so that's the basic, real short and skinny on how to get the right sound out of your amplifier. So let me kick off the channel. And we're going to do the same thing for the okay, so the treble wants to be on about 6. And the middle wants to be on about 4. Bass kicks in early on this one, so we're going to want it on about 3. All right, so there you go. That's the settings I use. Now, if you want to hear the amp without the effects, there. So for the people who, a couple of years ago when I first, well, I guess a year and a half ago when I started this channel up, they were saying, I'm not hearing your amp at all, I'm just hearing the acoustic sound of the strings on your Strat. No, that's my amplifier. It's the VHT cabinet. Now, if someone can actually provide me with a set of MG series cabs, so I can have 2 4x12s, I'm all about that. All right, so that's all I got for you. Play, enjoy, experiment, and see what you can, where you can take the guitar this week. And we'll see you next time. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, and remember, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments, and what do I name my Strat? No one's leaving comments to say about it. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.